Dolly Parton was a global humanitarian above all else.
Her significance to the LGBTQ community cannot be understated.
Considering San Francisco is such a metropolitan place, it's definitely got a place in its heart for Dolly.
Queen of country music, cultural icon, ally, philanthropist, and so much more. Tonight, fans are fondly remembering Dolly Parton. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm Ahmed Dates. The global icon and humanitarian died peacefully today in Nashville, Tennessee, after a brief battle with cancer at 80 years old.
Flags at all federal buildings have been lowered to half-staff, like this one in San Francisco on Golden Gate Avenue, in memory of a cultural legend.
And in Hollywood, a wreath was added to the flowers and mementos that have been left on her star on the Walk of Fame.
All right, we have ABC 7 Eyewitness News team coverage with Luz Pena in San Francisco's Castro district. She was such an ally to that community. A vigil is scheduled to be held for Dolly in just about an hour.
Karina Nova spoke with several local organizations that were impacted and inspired by Dolly.
But let's begin with Alex Stone for a look at the life and legacy of really the incomparable Dolly Parton. Alex?
Dolly Parton was the queen of country music, a legend from the songs she wrote and performed like 9 to 5. Her music was bigger than life. The hair, those rhinestones, and that voice.
Amen, Dolly Parton.
I know.
Dolly Parton spoke about her childhood often, growing up in Tennessee in a one-room mountain cabin, one of 12 children. Her unmistakable voice catapulting her to stardom with songs like Jolene.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
And I Will Always Love You, which was #1 on the charts in 1974. That song later covered in 1992 by Whitney Houston and becoming an even bigger hit at the top of the charts for 14 weeks. Parton would also appear in movies, including the 1980 comedy hit 9 to 5 opposite Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. Parton ventured into the theme park business with her Dollywood, and just this summer opened a gas station and travel center in Cornersville, Tennessee called Dolly's Tennessean Travel Stop. Parton was also known around the world for her philanthropy, giving large contributions to organizations in times of need. She supported education by providing scholarships and financial aid, and she donated close to 308 million books to children. In recent months, Parton announced she was suffering from health challenges and would postpone concerts in Las Vegas. Last year, her husband of nearly 58 years died. Parton telling ABC's Robin Roberts this in 2019.
I said that I'm a workhorse that looks like a show horse. I always make a joke and say that I hope to die on stage in the middle of a song, hopefully one I've written.
Parton's song Coat of Many Colors was added to the Library of Congress National Recording Registry in 2011. Her publicist says she passed away peacefully in Nashville. Dolly Parton was 80 years old. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Such an icon, and Dolly's reach was felt here in the Bay Area. ABC 7 Eyewitness News anchor Karina Nova spoke with some she impacted most, and she's here with that part of the story. Karina.
Dolly had a big impact on the gay community here in the Bay Area as an advocate for human rights and the LGBTQ+ community. In fact, this past June, the Gay Men's Chorus featured Dolly Parton's music in its production entitled Dolly, a Pride Show. The group performed hit songs like the one you just heard, 9 to 5, Jolene, and I Will Always Love You. The show also had touches of Dolly throughout, from the rhinestones and the wigs to the message of love and community. I spoke to artistic director and conductor Jake Stensberg about Dolly's impact and legacy.
Dolly woke up every day, lived her life the way she wanted to, with courage to do so publicly. And in doing so, she made all of us believe that we can wake up and do that too. And I can't think of a better legacy to leave in the world than that innate sense of dignity and belonging that all people deserve.
And Dolly's legacy lives on through her literacy advocacy and the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. The program kicked off this summer in Marin County. It provides kids under the age of 5 with one book every month.
Getting that book delivered right in the home to families and children makes it
that much easier to provide a good experience for parents, caregivers, kids to connect in the home and really celebrate reading. And I think it's that moment of joy that Dolly really wanted to give to families and children internationally.
Any child in Marin County can register for the Imagination Library of Marin County free of charge. The program is available in most of the Bay Area with the exception of Solano, Contra Costa, and Alameda counties. And today, thanks to Dolly, over 3 million books just like these are mailed each month at no cost to families across the world. So there is no question Dolly will continue to make an impact on our youth for years to come. Dan, Amma.
Just an amazing legacy. Karina, thank you so much. Well, local events are being planned to honor Dolly, including one in San Francisco's Castro district. And that's where ABC 7 Eyewitness News reporter Luz Pena is live tonight with more on that. Luz?
Yes, Dan, the Castro is gearing up to honor the life and legacy of Dolly Parton, with many people walking by here, singing her hit songs and taking photos with the marquee that you see behind me. In about an hour, many here are going to be at a vigil to honor her and to sing along some of her hit songs. San Francisco is remembering Dolly Parton, with the Castro Theater changing its marquee to honor the country music star. Now reading, "We will always love you, Dolly Parton."
Her significance to the LGBTQ community cannot be understated.
Dolly was a devoted ally, openly supporting marriage equality and writing songs supporting the community and gay family members.
She has always been someone who's been very welcoming. Her music has been something that queer people can relate to.
In 2006, Dolly's song "Traveling Through" earned an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song. The song was for a film about a transgender woman.
Dolly Parton was a global humanitarian. Above all else, she was non-judgmental.
As soon as the news went out, nearby at Amoeba Records on Haight Street, the store began playing Dolly Parton's music to honor the icon. The store is now preparing to sell out of her records and CDs as people rush for a physical piece of Dolly's music to remember the country music legend. Dolly fans are encouraged to show up to this vigil wearing blonde wigs to honor her golden life. In San Francisco, Luz Pena, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
That will be a beautiful sight tonight. Luz, thanks very much.